What's good, y'all? So in this video I'm gonna be reacting to, I have the title here so I don't fuck it up. Anyways, why police think Young Thug and Birdman tried to eliminate Lil Wayne. Now I've heard this whole, Lil Wayne had his the festival. And people were saying that it's very interesting that there was so much outrage about this whole like Super Bowl debacle. But the people that were like at the forefront of it were not at Louisiana Fest or Wheezy who. And Drake was having a staring contest with the back of DeMar DeRozan's head, and where was Nicki? I don't know. But Birdman was there. What he was doing, not really sure. I saw him on stage at one point. I didn't really watch the show, but I saw a clip of him on stage. But it's very interesting that these people that were so angry just haven't been, the best people towards him throughout their entire careers. Like, there's a lot of deep things, and I don't know how you get over not getting paid from somebody and them like putting somebody above you and helping them try to hurt you. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me, but I really like the way that he explained the last video that I watched from him, which was about Jay-Z's shady business, whatever. So here we are again. About to watch this. Don't have my glasses on. If I need them, I'll put them on. Okay, let's get into it.
Young Thug is a free man, but something really interesting was brought up during his trial. Of Lil Wayne's tour bus back in 2015. Police thought it was Young Thug. Why, you ask? Well, because Young Thug had a problem. His mentor Birdman and one of his rap idols Lil Wayne were going at it. Why? Because Birdman was not paying Lil Wayne no money. Now, we're gonna put Young Thug on the side for now because it's important.
Because didn't like Lil Wayne and like what's it called? Drake like beef for like a little bit or something like that. I remember the Family Feud song. I don't think I listened to it. Did I? I might have. I don't know. Not really that memorable to me, but I just remember I think there was a beef with somebody.
To dive into the whole Birdman Lil Wayne dispute. See, it's a known fact that Birdman does not pay not only his artists, but he doesn't pay anyone. I worked with a producer once. He told me, oh, by the way, it's true. I basically worked for Birdman for like 4 years and he never paid me. Now I know what you're thinking. Well, how does he get away with this in the first place? Well, Birdman, from stealing everyone's money, has a lot of money of his own. That means if you sue him, you're probably not going to win. He's going to have better lawyers.
And I mean, I had a different question. Why did you work for him for 4 years and you didn't get paid? Like maybe after like the first few months, I would have been like, what's going on here, sir? But 4 years that's wild.
Need to keep it going. And that's how a lot of big companies get away with a lot of things. On top of that, Birdman is known to be affiliated with some rough characters. So people just say, you got it, Birdman. Lil Wayne was not one of those people. Well, he was for a long time until it got to the point where those numbers started getting pretty high. See, what a lot of people don't understand is Lil Wayne was the biggest rapper in the world for a very long time. He also saw Birdman as a father figure, so he basically trusted him with everything and anything. But that was until he started his own record label, Young Money. As you may know, Drake, Nicki Minaj, Tyga, they came up and can literally owe their careers to the influence of Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is known in the industry for being extremely giving and forgiving. That's important. He says he wants to start his own label, and how that usually goes is someone starts their own label, then whoever signs under them, they just take their money. Then they take a part of that money and give it to the label above them. Let me put it to you another way. Universal Music signs Birdman. Birdman signs Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne signs Drake. Wait, he's not under them anymore. He's OVO or something. I don't know. It just reminds me of that lyric where he said,
signed to a nigga that signed to a nigga that said you signed to that nigga. Try to cease and desist. I don't like that record. Oh, what, you ain't like that record? Back to back, I like that record. Okay.
Music. If Lil Wayne signs another artist, anything that artist gets, he gets to Lil Wayne. Anything Lil Wayne gets, so on and so forth. But none of that starts until Lil Wayne gets something called an advance. He can't just make artists popular and famous with $0. The label on top needs to give him some money so he can start the business. The label on top, Universal Music, is like, Lil Wayne is the biggest artist in the world. We trust everything he says. He's gonna make us a lot of money, so let's give him $100 million, which is a lot of money. But remember, in between Universal Music is Birdman. So Universal Music says, hey, Birdman, here's $100 million. Give it to Lil Wayne. Birdman said $100 million. Did you say buy a new plane? They said, no, we said give it to Lil Wayne. He said, who's Lil Wayne? Oh yeah, I'll give it to him. And well, he gives it to him. And only about $30 million, and he keeps $70 million for himself. Lil Wayne trusts him completely. So he takes that 30 million, does the best he can, and then you get Drake, Nicki Minaj, Tyga. But then Lil Wayne finds all this out, and as you can imagine, he's not very happy about it. Birdman says, bro, he literally says this, Lil Wayne owes me everything. I took him out of poverty. Lil Wayne says, bet, and sues Birdman and Universal Music, because he says, y'all know about Birdman. Y'all know I didn't get the money, but y'all didn't care. So everybody's getting sued. Now this whole time Lil Wayne is suing Birdman, Lil Wayne's not able to release music because Birdman is basically his record label. So he says, no, you're not releasing anything, just to be petty. And this basically slows Lil Wayne's career down to a halt. And then Drake becomes the #1 rapper. But I digress. Birdman doesn't care because he signs another gem, a man named Young Thug. Now, Young Thug is selling records, so Birdman's like, Lil Wayne, you're not releasing no music forever. Lil Wayne starts talking smack to Birdman. But suddenly, Young Thug starts sliding in and starts throwing some shots at Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne said, why you say me for? And while as you can imagine, Young Thug is pretty loyal to Birdman, who signed him. But the thing is, Lil Wayne is one of his rap idols, so people were still a little confused why Young Thug jumped into this whole thing in the first place. Well, rumor has it that when Young Thug was trying to greet Lil Wayne, who was his rap idol, Lil Wayne kind of shoved him off and ignored him. And that made Young Thug have his own personal problems with Lil Wayne. Anyway, this whole thing comes to a head when Young Thug says his next album is going to be called Barter 6. Okay, but first...
I remember... Wait. I thought it was supposed to be the Carter 6. And then he changed it to the Barter 6. Because people had an issue with that.
So it's called the Carter 6.
Okay, okay. All right. I didn't let him finish my fault.
If you know anything about Lil Wayne, he has a series of albums called the Carter 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. For those of you that don't know, because this doesn't really happen much anymore, in rap, there's an artist's main staple album. Like if y'all remember the College Dropout 1, the College Dropout 2, they're all gonna fit like relatively the same theme. And it's like...
I know, I still think that happens. Like, you know, Summer Walker's Over It, Still Over It, Been Over It, Always Over It. All of those, you know, like those are... staples. I feel like Kendrick and Drake's Timestamp Records, Kendrick's The Heart Part, you feel me? Jid has something and I cannot remember it. He has something though. I think like a lot. I won't say a lot, but I still think that yeah, I will say a lot. I think that's like done a lot still. Yeah.
Was the Carter. Birdman wasn't letting him release it. Young Thug says, I'll release the Carter 6. But funny enough, Young Thug says, no, I don't mean to be disrespectful. I'm just a huge fan of Lil Wayne. And the thing is, Young Thug probably was trolling Lil Wayne, but on the other hand, Young Thug be making wild decisions for like the sake of art. So he really could have meant it. Regardless, Lil Wayne gets pissed.
But he didn't.
Young Thug says, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Mad?
Lil Wayne goes, I'm gonna sue you anyway. Young Thug goes, I'll call it the Barter 6, so you can't sue me. And well, Young Thug releases an album called the Barter 6. Lil Wayne is infuriated. And
was it good?
Lil Wayne's doing a show in Atlanta. Remember, he's beefing with Birdman and Young Thug at this time. Young Thug's people hear Lil Wayne's doing a show in Atlanta. Young Thug's from Atlanta. They say, oh, let's pay Lil Wayne a visit. They pay Lil Wayne a visit. Now, one of these people, Pee Wee Roscoe, he's important, confronts Lil Wayne and they get into an argument. Pee Wee Roscoe says, bet. He goes to his car and grabs a big military. Police see him and go, no, no, no. So they go after him. Pee Wee Roscoe goes, yikes, and hops in his car and drives off. So police go back to Lil Wayne and say, we're going to escort you out of the city. There's a madman on the loose. So they escort Lil Wayne out of the city. They say, hey, we can't go any further. Good luck to you. Pee Wee Roscoe slides in and goes, I don't forget. So he drives over to Lil Wayne's tour bus and got $20,000 in damages. Speeds off. Police go, boy, we know it was you. Pee Wee Roscoe said, all right, it's pretty obvious. Y'all got it. They take him to jail. The police check his phone and see that he called Birdman. He also called Young Thug like 8 times. They say, why you called him? He said, I don't know. He's like alluding though to he called him for a reason. He's not trying to get locked up. Police said, you don't know? He said, I don't know. They was fighting. I don't know. So police go over to Birdman. They say, what's the deal? But Birdman says he would never do anything to hurt Lil Wayne. In fact, somebody from Lil Wayne's camp called him. He said Pee Wee Roscoe and Lil Wayne's camp, they kind of have like the same phone numbers. I don't really know how that part works, but he says they called him just to tell him about the argument and that was it. But then police were able to get a jail call from Pee Wee Roscoe with Birdman saying, here's $250,000 and a brand new Porsche. You did everything you needed to do. They said,
well, then he's stupid. What's wrong with y'all? Over the jail phone? Are you stupid?
Birdman said,
street smart it's something going on in that tatted up head. The ink done diffused into the brain cells or something. Cause it's, hey, listen.
Confession from Pee Wee Roscoe. Kinda. Pee Wee Roscoe basically says, Birdman and Lil Wayne's argument led to me lighting up Wayne's tour bus, and that Birdman should also be held responsible for the crime. Now, this can mean anything, but regardless, Birdman cannot be put in jail for it. Now, police also allege that Pee Wee Roscoe has done a lot of work for Young Thug, if you know what I'm saying. So they bring it up in Young Thug's trial, saying like, bro, Pee Wee Roscoe did that to Wayne. It has to be Young Thug. The judge basically said, y'all got any proof? Police said, no, but damn it, we know. But here's the thing. I know it looks bad, but Pee Wee Roscoe really could have just gotten into an argument with Lil Wayne and did that on his own. I feel like the argument between the two is what's key here, because if it was just a job, he would have went over and maybe lit Lil Wayne up. But them having an argument beforehand, I don't know. But regardless, Young Thug and Birdman say, yo, we got nothing to do with it. But on the other hand, there is a lot of motive. Maybe they just wanted to scare Lil Wayne by lighting up the tour bus. But regardless, remember how I told you Lil Wayne is very forgiving.
That's what's crazy, is that at the end of the day, like, morally, Birdman's wrong. So because your artist is mad because you stole money from him and you're not paying him what he was supposed to get, and then he sues you, but because he sues you, then you stop allowing him to release music, and instead you allow his artist to rise to the top, which I guess is going to make him money in a way. But at the same time, then you sign someone else and allow them to use the name that would be chronologically after his last album. You let him use it for his new album. Lil Wayne is clearly and justifiably angry, and then you go and blow his okay, not blow it up, but lit his shit up. You went and set them on him. You sent them motherfuckers on him.
Studio together because Lil Wayne believed Young
Thug.
Thug.
What is going on with Young Thug's teeth? This shit is terrible. You know what? This is ridiculous.
Young Thug was saying the whole time, Lil Wayne's my idol. He loves Lil Wayne, he rocks with Lil Wayne, and didn't want to disrespect him. Lil Wayne also forgives Birdman because, as Birdman puts it, he went over to Lil Wayne and said, we shouldn't be fighting. However much money you want, let me know and I'll give it to you. But the courts ordered Birdman to give Lil Wayne money. Birdman lost, but Birdman always brags about, I gave Lil Wayne $50 million. You owed him 70. But Lil Wayne says live and let live, and it seemed to move on.
Well, I'm just going to be honest. I wouldn't have moved on. I hold grudges to this day. It's not healthy. I wouldn't advise. But I don't know how to let stuff go. I genuinely do not. Like, it's not even like, I think people get stuff confused because I can let things go. Like, okay, I need to explain this. I can stop being mad at you. But if you think that I'm going to refriend you after specific shit, you got another thing coming. I've lived and learned, okay? And sometimes somebody got to knock me upside the head a couple times for me to learn. So when I get that one, when I'm knocked unconscious and I get up, I'm like, okay, all right. all right. No problem. You hit me a lot, but I got to go. And I never am going to look at you the same. Is that holding grudges? Like, I don't know. I don't think there's a problem with that. I'm not going to forget. I'm not going to forget or forgive in certain situations. Like, really, it's fuck you. Anyways, this is messed up. Like I said, it was very interesting, the dynamic of the whole Super Bowl conversation and the dynamic of how people have shown up for Lil Wayne in the past, like, few years. Like, it just hasn't matched up to me, like, from what I've seen. So I don't really know. But for somebody that you really looked up to possibly be involved in getting someone to try to hurt you, like, stealing from you is one thing, but just trying to really, like, scare you in that way is wild, or possibly, like, get you up out of here is crazy. And so how he forgave them, I don't know. And he's better than me, because anyways, y'all like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. I'll see y'all in the next one.